Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Prep 3. How are you today? Today we are going to have science revision. But first, let's talk about our exam. Our exam will be, inshallah, 6 questions. All of them will be truths. And I hope you good luck and good performance in your exam. Let's have our revision. Let's go. The first question is, acceleration measurement unit is. Right, let's talk about acceleration. Acceleration is symbolized by A, and it equals velocity V over time. While velocity is measured in meter per second, and time is measured in seconds, so it will equal, its unit equals meter per second square. So acceleration measuring unit as meter per second squared, the third one. Yes, a body moved a distance of 20 meters in a straight line. As we know that straight line, okay, this means it moves from point A, for example, to point B, and it moved in a straight line, so its distance equals its displacement. So a body moves a distance of 20 meters in a straight line in the same direction. So the amount of its displacement equals its distance, so which equals 20. Okay. Contact lenses are made up of, they are made up of plastic. Lenses use the camera, binoculars, medical glasses, all the previous things. Okay, lenses are used in some types of cameras, and binoculars, they are some tools which are used for magnification, and also medical glasses to treat the disorders of sight. So all the previous things are correct. The basic unit of universe is galaxy. As we know that our universe, which is the vast vacuum that contains all stars, all planets, all moons, and all celestial bodies. So the basic or the building unit of universe is galaxy, which is a group of stars collecting together. Yes, next one. The number of bowling greens chromosomes is space the number of. In this question, he is comparing the number of chromosomes in bowling greens, which are the male gamete in plants. He is comparing it with the somatic cells. As we know that our cells are divided into two types. Cells are divided into somatic cells and gamete cells. As we know that somatic cells are the cells of our body, like the cells of skin, like cells of liver, and they contain the complete number of chromosomes, which is symbolized by 2n. Okay, while gamete cells, they have haploid number or have number of chromosomes which are found in somatic cells. See, they have only n of chromosomes. In these questions, he is talking about or asking about somatic cells, gamete cells in case of plant, which are bowling greens. Yes, bowling greens and ova are the gamete cells of plant. So they have haploid number of chromosomes, which is n. Okay, let's return back to our question. Okay, the number of bowling greens chromosomes is the number, okay, have number, the equals have number of chromosomes which are found in somatic cells, like the cells of leaves, the cells of stem, the cells of root. Okay, so the number of bowling greens chromosomes is half the number of chromosomes found in somatic cells of a plant. Okay, the shortest length covered by the object in a fixed direction as we have explained, there is a difference between distance and displacement. Distance is a scalar physical quantity, while displacement is a vector physical quantity. So what is the difference between a scalar physical quantity and vector physical quantity? Scalar physical quantity has an amount or magnitude and has scalar has only magnitude, while vector physical quantity has a magnitude and direction. But what is the type of distance and displacement? Distance is a scalar physical quantity, so it has only magnitude, and displacement has a magnitude and direction. So when he asks us about displacement, so he means the shortest line between 2 points, okay? For example, A and B, while the distance is maybe curved line, maybe any line which links or connects between the 2 points, while the shortest line is displacement. So let's return back. Okay, the shortest length covered by the object in a fixed direction is called, so the answer will be displacement. All the following are scalar physical quantities, except, as we have said, that scalar physical quantities has only magnitude, while vector has magnitude and direction. So time has only magnitude, force has a magnitude and direction, length has only magnitude, mass has only magnitude. So the answer or the exception will be force, which has magnitude and direction. Okay, if the radius of a concave mirror is 16 centimeters, then its focal length equals space centimeters. Let's talk about focal length. For a mirror, concave mirror, okay, this distance is said to be radius of a concave mirror. What is the distance between the focus and its pole? Okay, the point that is present in the mid of the reflecting surface of a concave mirror. So this distance is said to be focal length. So it equals half the distance, the half of the distance between the center of curvature and the pole. So focal length equals half the distance of the radius of the mirror. While this distance, okay, the radius of the concave mirror equals 16, so its focal length, which equals its half, will equal 8 centimeters. Yes, A is used to correct the short-sightedness. As we know that short-sightedness in this case, it is a disorder of sight or sightedness, okay? In this case, or in this disorder, the image is formed in front of the retina, okay? Not on the retina, okay? So it is created by using a concave lens to scatter the light rays before collecting on retina. So we can create the short-sightedness by using concave lens. The scientist that assumed that solar system was nebula is Laplace. Nebula is a gaseous ball that has a high temperature and high pressure and exploded, forming the sun and 8 planets. So the scientist who assumed that solar system was nebula is Laplace. Vegetative regeneration occurs in plants without. Okay, let's know that vegetative regeneration or vegetative reproduction is a type of asexual reproduction. Okay, as we know that reproduction may be sexual or asexual. As we know that sexual reproduction, it occurs by gamete cells. Like the cells of pollen grains in plants and ova, while in case of man or animals, it occurs by sperm and ova. So asexual reproduction, it occurs by many methods or many ways like budding, like regeneration, like by spores, okay, and vegetative reproduction. In vegetative reproduction, which is a type of asexual reproduction, a part of the plant is cut into small pieces and it is put in a suitable nutritive medium to grow, forming a complete plant. So this type of vegetative reproduction occurs without any need for seeds, the normal way of reproduction in plants, which are formed by gametes or by the fusion of male gamete, which is pollen grains, and female gametes, which are ovum, to form zygote, which reproduce, forming or have some growth process forming the seeds. So in case of vegetative reproduction, it occurs without any need to seeds. The answer is number 1. Yes, next. Mirror always forms a diminished image, whatever the object position. Let's look at our answers: convex mirror, plane mirror, concave and convex. The answer will be convex mirror. Always, whatever the position of the object from convex mirror, the image formed will be diminished, minimized. Okay. While in case of concave mirror, the size of image is changed according to the place in which the object is located. While in case of plane mirror, the image formed will be equal to the size of object. Spindle fibers are formed or appear in space during cell division. As we know that sexual reproduction occurs by meiotic division, which occurs in gamete cells. Okay, these cells have some divisions which start with interphase stage, which occurs before the stages of division of meiotic division. In this case or this stage, the genetic materials is duplicated and the cell prepares itself for division by doing some vital processes. Okay, so the spindle fiber, which are some fiber which withdraw the chromatids or chromosomes towards each pole of the cell, begin to appear in the first stage of division. Okay, the first stage of division is prophase, and it is followed by metaphase, then anaphase, then the last one, which is telophase. So spindle fibers occur in the first stage, which is prophase, the first one. Space is from examples of physical vector quantities. As we have said, that vector physical quantities are the quantities which have magnitude and direction, while scalar physical quantities have only magnitude. Okay, so let's see our answers: length, time, mass, displacement. All of them are scalar physical quantities except displacement, the last one. The theory that explains the origin of universe since 15,000 million years ago, as we know that we have studied only one theory that explains the origin of universe, which was Big Bang. This theory explained that the origin of our universe was a big pool of gases, and this pool was formed of hydrogen and helium gases, and it has high temperature and high pressure, and it exploded, forming the solar system. So the only theory which explains the origin of our universe is Big Bang, the next one or the second one. Okay, the object moves with a negative regular acceleration when, as we know that negative acceleration in this case, the speed of the moving object begins to decrease regularly when the speed decreases regularly. The speed decreases, the third one. Virtual image, as we know that virtual image can be received on a screen, always inverted, always upright, equal to body. That we know that equal to body, it's formed only by, it's formed by plane mirror in all cases, always upright. In virtual image, which cannot be received on a screen, it's always upright. Okay, the third one. The car moves with space on pressing the brakes. As we know, when we press the brakes, the speed of the car or the moving object begin to decrease. So it will move with a negative acceleration, negative regular speed. The source of the genetic variation is, as we know that there are two types of reproduction, sexual and asexual reproduction. In case of asexual reproduction, the formed individuals are typically identical to the parent or the parental individual, okay? And they are formed by only one parental individual, okay? There are many ways of reproductive or asexual reproduction, like budding, like vegetative reproduction, like regeneration. And all these cases, the individuals that are produced, they have the complete characteristics of their parental individual, and they are completely look like them or identical. While in case of asexual, in case of sexual reproduction, which is formed by two parental individuals, the offsprings which are produced or individuals have some genetic variations due to occurrence of crossing over phenomenon, and they have different chromosomes which are collected from both parents. So genetic variation occurs by sexual reproduction, the next one or the second one. The two elements formed from which galaxies and stars have been formed, or as we know that when, according to the theory of Big Bang, when the huge ball which is formed of two gases explained, it forms two gases which are hydrogen and helium, the last one, and the hydrogen percentage was 75 and helium was 25. The origin of solar system according to crossing star theory is the sun. Okay, in this theory, it assumed that a big star came near to the sun and causing the part of the sun which is facing this star explosion due to increasing its temperature, forming the sun and 8 planets that revolved around the sun. Okay, so the origin of the solar system in this case, or the 8 planets, is the sun. Okay, short-sightedness, we have answered that before. It was treated with concave lens, the last one. Concave lens, yes. All the following are vector physical quantities, except, as we know that vector physical quantities have magnitude and direction. So all of them have magnitude and direction except distance. Okay. Okay, we have finished our question. If you have any question, I am waiting for you, but please raise your hands.
هو في سؤال يا مستر هقوله لحضرتك حالا.
اتفضل يا سلمى.
ثواني معلش.
لا براحتك عادي انا.
ايوه بيقول لي the theory that مش اللي هي
assumed yes
the solar system that the solar system was originally a huge star. دي هتبقى modern theory صح؟
modern theory تمام برافو.
يعني مش هتبقى اللي هي نيبولا صح؟
لا مش النبي، لان النبيولا افترض او assumed that the origin of solar system is the sun. اوكي. لكن المودرن ثيوري افترضت او assumed in another big star comes near to the sun exploded forming the eight planets revolved around the sun. اوكي. ماشي يا سلمى؟
تمام.
اوكي.
ماشي.
Have you any question? Any other question?
ايوه يا مستر. لما يجي يقول لي مثلا النيوكليار رياكشنز حصلت في انهي ثيوري، هقول له المودرن ثيوري مش الكروسنج ستار.
المودرن لان المودرن ثيوري افترضت او assumed ان الاكسبانجن بتاع الستارز او البرايتنس بتاع الستارز بيحصل due to nuclear reactions. اوكي.
تمام يا مستر، شكرا.
Okay, thank you. Have you any other questions? Have you any other questions? Okay, thank you for today, and I hope you good performance in tomorrow exam. Thank you for today. Thank you.